Dear MPhil and PhD students, in this lecture, I am going to explain about quota sampling. In quota sampling, participants or location are selected non-randomly according to a fixed quota or percentage of population based on one or more characteristic. The quota selected may be proportional or non-proportional to the actual population distribution. In order to obtain a representative sample, a proportional quota sampling design requires a prior knowledge about the underlying population characteristic. Non-proportional quota sample is less restrictive as the researcher specifies the percentage of data element are to be sampled from each subgroup independent of the population. The quota sample procedure is explained as follows. Now, for example, divide the population into subgroups that are exhaustive and mutually exclusive. Then, stratify the population into class-based one or more characteristic, for example, gender, and determine the proportion in each class, and then pick a sample size, and as last, then select a quota for each group that may either be proportional or non-proportional to the population, and finally collect data point until the quota are completed. Now I would like to share one example of the quota sampling. A psychologist is interested in attitude of the people toward therapy based on USA political party affiliation in the area. As you know, there are two parties are popular in the United States. One is Democrat and other is Republican. From voter registration data, the population is 60% from the Democrat, 35% of Republican, and 5% independent. A sample size of 200 adults is chosen with political affiliation as the criterion. For a proportional quota sampling, the psychologist selects 200 individuals who represent the political party distribution of their areas. If you calculate the 120 Democrat, 70 Republican, and 10 Independent. If the psychologist is more interested in attitude of Republican, then the quota could be altered to the non-proportional sample with a higher sample size for Republican than is found in the general population. However, the sample would be less representative of population. Quota sampling offers several advantages over complex probability sampling method. For primary data collection, quota sampling is relatively inexpensive, quick, and simple. Researchers can also ensure data are collected from all subgroups for a given set of characteristics, thus guaranteeing smaller groups are represented in the sample. Yet, majority disadvantage of quota sampling is that the selection process is non-random and subjective, especially for non-proportional sampling. Consequently, difficulty arises in determining the sample error or making inference about the general population from the sample. So, this is the brief explanation about the quota sampling. If you like this lecture, please subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon and write the comments for watching the upcoming video about the research in education.